Welcome back, everybody. It's Kyle with Fixed Dish, and got my 6-liter here, not running.
Now the 6.0's left me stranded once again. This is the second time it's broke down since I've rebuilt the engine. Here we are with a hot no start. So this morning I came out, it's dead cold out, ambient shows about 46 degrees, and we're going to try to see if we have a cold no start. So let's see what we can get here. See the pressure, it's not quite coming up to fire. I gotta get this started so I can at least move it inside so I can work on it. I'm pretty sure I lost an O-ring. So I'm gonna give it a little shot here just so I can get it started. Come on, baby, start up. There we go. And here we go into the healing house. Don't quite pay attention to that. That's storm damage. So here we go into the healing house. Had to bring the mirrors in a little tight. This is my second time doing this. It's not exactly the most difficult thing in the world. Not exactly the most fun thing in the world. Since I have an idea of probably what's going on, we'll start by digging in this left-hand side. Take this degas bottle off first. Man, that is a sweet turbo, eh? And we're gonna start removing stuff over here so I can get access to my top of my valve cover and see if that high pressure O-ring over there is leaking. So this is the second time this has broke down on me since I rebuilt it. Funny part is both times it broke down the same place, this Mexican restaurant that my wife and I like to go to. But thanks to my boss, he came out and saved the day and got me home without a tow bill. And this is my vent to atmosphere from the what normally would have been the blow-by or vent recirculation. I got rid of that because it just gets a ton of oil into the turbo, all inside the boost tubes, intercooler. Just not great in general, so I just vented the atmosphere for right now. Okay, get ready. See if we can catch this stuff. And that tube that vents to atmosphere will be routed back into my exhaust for an evac system. Almost immediately that frees up a ton of room. So next we got to get our FICM off here, or FICM. If you don't know what I'm saying, it's a FICM. FICM. Actually, I'm gonna take this off before I break it. I just bought one of these new. That just lifts up, just kind of snaps in there. My well-seasoned Ford folk know how to do that really, really good. I am not necessarily that good. That's my EGR back pressure, or exhaust back pressure wiring. Got that flipped up out of the way. And now we're mostly visible now on our valve cover. And one thing I forgot to do, don't forget this, boys and girls, undo your battery. I probably should have started with that. I kind of forgot where I left off last time with my diagnostic. So that one's all me. No, don't be that guy. So here I am pulling off the left-hand side valve cover. You want to keep track of where the studded valve cover bolts go, just so you can get the FICM mounts back on. Also the mount for your exhaust gas back pressure sensor. There's a few other things like your dipstick and some of your glow plug wiring. So note where those go, that way you get them back in the exact same spot. From this point, you can go ahead and easily get the valve cover out. That way we can get access to our high pressure oiling system. And then we'll talk about how you go ahead and diagnose that this is the leaky O-ring. So I got this all loose. We're gonna just sneak this off here. Oh, go ahead. Try and sneak that out of there. There we go. Got our valve cover out. Now I'll just set that off to the side. So here's our high pressure oiling rail. And then we've got our standpipe and dummy plug. And these are what supply the high pressure oil from the H-pop down to the injectors. From the H-pop down to the injectors to fire them. So what we're curious about is if that's leaking. So we're gonna apply air pressure. We're gonna apply air pressure to what I just removed a little bit ago, the ICP. And when we do that, we're looking for leaks to come from these areas. And that's what we're looking for. So the sound is a little more forward and deeper sounding. I'm gonna replicate it here for you. I'm pretty sure it's this standpipe plug. So I'm gonna start with pulling that one out to check it. So like I said, I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm reaching over my camera to do this, so I feel like an idiot. I'm pulling out the standpipe, which is 2 pieces. When you usually pull this out, the upper half will come out by itself. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to get the other half out pretty easy. Hopefully this comes out in one piece. I'd be slightly relieved. I don't think it did. But sure is shite. So my standpipe didn't come out in one piece, but what do you see? And that's super freaking irritating. My eroded away O-ring. And these are not just plain O-rings, they actually are slightly different. So this is an OEM kit that I have had from when I rebuilt the engine, so I can't tell you the part number. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Here's our new one. And they do fit very, very, very tight. And I'm going to replace this one because I already went this far. And that guy too. I'm going to put this back in. Hopefully I can get lucky enough to pull the standpipe out too. Yep, so that new O-ring fits so dang tight. I was able to pull out the whole entire standpipe. So that's good. Okay, wipe your clean. You don't go this far into it, don't look at the bottom part of the standpipe and or replace it. So we're good there. And this thing is freaking tight. So this is quite literally just a backup. It just takes up the gap or the space in here. So I'm gonna take it off so I don't damage it. And it comes off pretty easy. It's split already on purpose. Let's take this little guy and pop it off there. Keep the pokey parts away from the important stuff. Got my brand new O-ring there. We're going to slip it over. And like I said, avoid pokey parts going where they're important. So I'm going to slip this
slip that behind it, so that way I'm on the shaft of it. And then you just kind of get that started and just roll it around as best you can. And then, like I said, keep the pokey parts away from it. They had the backup ring at the bottom. I don't think it matters. There we go. All new O-rings on the upper portion of the standpipe. And we already went this far, so that's getting an O-ring too. I don't see any deformation.
What sucks about this whole thing is when I rebuilt this engine, I bought these standpipes, and they come to you already assembled, the two halves. And the best that I can guess is they used a cheap O-ring and it didn't have a very tight fit. That's why they blew out.
But nevertheless, it's getting OEM O-rings.
At this point in the video, I'm sure you all have comments as far as why Duramax or Cummins is better and why I should sell my 6.0. So put those down in the comments for me. Hopefully this was helpful to some of you out there with the 6.0s, or if you've got a buddy with the 6.0, no start or hard start, send this their way. But let's go ahead and get back to the action.
To keep parts from getting damaged, I greased these up. It's a petrol product. Not gonna hurt nothing. Have a little greasy poo on there. Keeps it from getting cut on anything. And then I'm gonna pre-install this in here. Okay, got that all up in there. Now let's put it back together. Now you're gonna, when you re-air this up, you're gonna hear some noise, but you're listening for like escaping air, not necessarily like the noise it makes. But we'll see what we get. Now let's repressurize. See what she sounds like. I think we got it. And the reason why you hear a little bit of that noise is because the IPR is not fully fielded. I'm not gonna do that. You would have to unplug the IPR over here, apply 12 volt to it temporarily. That way it fields it, fully closes the high pressure oil system, and you would listen for additional leaks. I'm really happy with that. My first failure I had was the same thing, the standpipe on the other side. The mating tube O-ring is what failed. So that's what I'm gonna roll with, just because I know that there's a pre-existing condition. Something was wrong with the kit that I had. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start putting this back together. All right, that's all in. All this crap out of the way. Let's get my batteries plugged in here. Let's hope she starts. Okay, here we go.
When I was testing the high pressure oil system by applying air through the ICP port, it forces oiling out of the high pressure rails, and therefore it has to not only refill the high pressure oil rails, but then make enough pressure to fire the injectors. So the extended crank there earlier, 100% normal after you do testing like that. I did forget something.
Second startup. Now that I got that vent tube routed, should start a lot easier. Let's go drive it around, see how it does. Let's go for a quick drivey drive. Get all the oil, air bubbles, all that shit out of there. Oh, that's my tuner deal. Okay, took out a test drive. Here we are right now, full temp. And we're gonna see if it'll hot start. Starts right up.
And that's a win for me, and we'll see you guys next time on Fixed-ish.